What if I told you that you might have already lived before? That the strange fear you have of water, the unexplainable connection you feel to a place you've never visited, or even that chronic pain in your shoulder might be carrying a memory that isn't yours? What if everything you know about yourself is just the tip of the iceberg? Welcome back to Nature and Soul. I'm Lenilton. Here's something fascinating. While neuroscience has made incredible strides in mapping the brain, it still hasn't answered one of the biggest questions of all: where does consciousness actually come from? And could memories survive beyond the death of the brain? Today, we're exploring one of the most controversial and mind-bending topics we've ever covered: past lives and hypnosis. Is there scientific evidence that we carry memories from previous existences? Or is the mind simply creating stories to heal itself? By the end of this video, you'll understand what leading researchers at institutions like the University of Virginia have discovered, what quantum physics and neuroscience suggest about the soul, and most importantly, how this ancient wisdom could change the way you see your own life right now. If you're ready to explore the unknown, hit that subscribe button and join us on this journey into the deepest questions of existence. Let's dive in. So let's start with a simple question. Do you remember anything before you were born? Of course not. But what if some part of you does? This isn't just New Age philosophy. Across cultures and millennia, spiritual traditions have taught that the soul is eternal, that we live many lives, learning and evolving. The ancient sages of India called it Samsara, the cycle of birth and rebirth, and they believed that the soul, or Atma, carries the imprints of every experience across lifetimes. But here's where it gets interesting. Modern science is starting to ask the same questions. We live in a culture obsessed with productivity, with the hustle, always moving, always achieving. But underneath that, there's a deep anxiety, a sense that something is missing. We chase success, relationships, status, and still feel empty. Why do you have irrational fears you can't explain? Why are you drawn to certain people or places? Why do some patterns repeat in your life no matter how hard you try to break them? Ancient wisdom says, because of karma. Not as punishment, but as the law of cause and effect, energy in motion, shaping your life until you learn the lesson. But here's what most people don't know. Researchers have been studying these questions seriously for decades, and the data is compelling enough that even skeptics are starting to pay attention. Let's step back thousands of years. The ancient sages of the Vedic tradition didn't have microscopes or MRIs. But they had something else: profound inner exploration. Through deep meditation and contemplation, they mapped consciousness itself. They described the soul Atma as eternal, unchanging, beyond birth and death. Think of it like the electricity powering a computer. When the computer breaks, the electricity doesn't die, it just moves on. The Atma is that electricity, and your body is just the hardware. They also described Maya, the illusion that this physical world is all there is. The great sage Ramana Maharshi said, "The world is illusory. Only Brahman Pistam Tamas itsam brain kink. Mora sasanlamas. One Ramas Orius. Oriu emptian true. Din wonderum vigor toils. Van all obrostatus. Blomskor semra. Viosostabor." Now, you might think, that's just ancient poetry. But the philosopher William James, one of the founders of American psychology, was deeply interested in these questions. Carl Jung explored the idea of a collective unconscious, a shared memory bank that all humans tap into. And then there's the concept of karma. It's not about punishment, it's about learning. Imagine your soul as a student taking courses across many lifetimes. Each life gives you a curriculum: relationships to heal, fears to overcome, love to learn. That pattern you keep repeating in your relationships. That might be a lesson your soul is trying to master. But here's where the ancient and the modern collide in a way that will blow your mind. So, what does actual science say about all this? Let's start with the University of Virginia's Division of Perceptual Studies. For over 50 years, researchers there, led by psychiatrist Dr. Ian Stevenson, collected more than 2,500 cases of children who spontaneously reported memories of previous lives. These were not adults under hypnosis, they were young children, usually between the ages of 2 and 4, who would describe in detail another family, another place, even how they died. In many cases, researchers were able to verify the details against the life of a deceased person. Here's the kicker. In roughly 30% of these cases, the children had birthmarks or birth defects that corresponded to wounds or injuries from the person they claimed to be. This phenomenon has been documented extensively, and it has never been fully explained by conventional science. Now, let's turn to neuroscience. The brain is incredible. We're learning more every day. But there's a growing movement of scientists who believe that consciousness is not just brain activity. Dr. David Chalmers calls this the hard problem of consciousness. Why is there subjective experience at all? Why is there a you experiencing the world? Researchers have studied phenomena like lucid dreaming, telepathy, out-of-body experiences, and near-death experiences. And they found commonalities that suggest something is going on beyond just neurons firing. And then there's quantum physics. Look at quantum entanglement, the idea that two particles can be connected across vast distances, instantaneously communicating. Physicists like Fritjof Capra and Amit Goswami have pointed out that this looks a lot like the interconnected consciousness that Eastern philosophies describe. But, and this is crucial, science has not proven reincarnation. Dr. Stevenson's work is considered evidence of something unusual, but it doesn't settle the question. Critics point out that cases can be contaminated by family beliefs, cultural expectations, or even simple suggestion. So, what do we make of this? Is it real memory or is it metaphor? Here's where it gets practical. Whether or not past lives are literally true, the therapeutic value of past life regression is real. When people experience past life memories under hypnosis, even if those memories are symbolic, they often experience profound healing. Imagine you have a phobia of heights that's ruining your life. Under hypnosis, you might experience a past life where you fell from a cliff. Whether that's a literal memory or your subconscious creating a story to explain the fear, the result can be the same. The fear can dissolve. Therapists who use past life regression therapy, PLRT, often ask, what is the mind showing us? What emotion is connected to this scene? What belief or pattern is ready to change? So how can you apply this in your daily life? 1. Journal your patterns. What keeps repeating? Relationship struggles? Fears? Write them down. Ask yourself, what lesson might my soul be trying to learn here? 2. Use guided meditation. There are countless guided regressions online. Approach them with curiosity, not expectation. See what your mind shows you. 3. Be curious, not dogmatic. Ask, what is this fear or pattern teaching me? And one simple practice you can start today. Take 5 minutes each morning to sit in silence. Place your hand on your heart and ask, what is the deepest truth I need to remember today? Your soul, whether new or ancient, knows what you need. So, let's bring this together. Ancient wisdom says consciousness is eternal, that we are souls having a human experience. The Vedas called it Atma, the eternal self, untouched by birth or death. Science hasn't proven that yet. But scientists also can't explain consciousness, or why some children remember lives they never lived, or why a birthmark can match the wound of a stranger who died years ago. We're standing at the edge of something massive here. The question isn't just, do past lives exist? The real question is, who are you, really? Are you just your body, your job, your resume? Or are you something deeper, an eternal consciousness, having a temporary human experience, here to learn and grow? The ancient sages said, "You are not the body. You are not even the mind. You are the witness behind it all." So, I want to leave you with this question. Is your consciousness just brain activity that ends when you die? Or is there a part of you that's already lived many lives and will continue beyond this one? What do you think? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I read them, and I want to hear your perspective. If this video made you think, if it opened your mind to possibilities you hadn't considered, please give it a like. Share it with someone who's asking these same questions. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. We post videos every week exploring the intersection of ancient wisdom and modern science. In the next video, we're going to go even deeper. What does quantum physics say about the soul's journey? Is reality an illusion? And can we really change our past by changing our present? Thank you for watching. Until next time, stay curious and stay present. Because the truth of who you are might be bigger than you ever imagined.